welcome into another Tuesday night evening blend number 95. And I see fireworks in front of me. The one and only Matthew Matson, as always, bringing the heat. Man, okay, you got some stuff. You got some stuff. How did you acquire some stuff?
Well, it's there.
You have secrets. I don't want to divulge your secrets.
It's there. You can find it. It's everywhere.
You can find it, seek it out, dude. Looks fantastic.
It's everywhere. Yeah. So getting close to finishing out the OG 13.
Yeah, man.
Checking this guy out. He's all right. He's pretty neat. I'd love to get a hold of the Phantom Core unit character and see how he compares to him. But we'll see.
Well,
these guys are pretty cool.
They look fantastic. I don't have the legacy character necessarily on my list, but
understandable. I get it.
Yeah. It's just personal preference, right? It reminded me like Black Call of Duty, like 7 or something. It is what it is. But yeah, I know you obviously are going to probably create some, if not already, some monumental photographs as usual. And so, hey, look, it's Tuesday night. There is some news. There is some stuff to talk about. Super Mario Brothers movie early review is out. It's not looking great. Not that the movie won't do fantastic.
It's Easter weekend, so
I'm sure it will, but I've seen it described as a quick Easter weekend cash grab. I've seen it. I watched the Jeremy Johns interview. Or not interview, the review, rather, on Super Mario Galaxy. Not that great. Not that great. So kids will love it. Parents probably need a little sauce to help them out. That's kind of the gist of it. Compared to the first movie, it's a 90-minute movie, and Jeremy Johns said 40 minutes probably could have been cut out.
Wow.
That's awful. That's awful.
Yeah, that's not good.
But if you're planning on going out to see it, I think it's out in a couple days, maybe tomorrow night at midnight, maybe something like that. Right?
Yeah, I think we're going to see it on Sunday.
Yeah, and you you guys will have fun. I mean, look, we all grew up with Nintendo. I mean, I think most of the people
Nintendo,
Sega, Nintendo, those mascots, right? I mean, Mario was such a huge thing.
I like Nintendo.
I know. Or as angry video game nerd calls what is it? He doesn't say Nintendo. He says I can't even pronounce it. I'd have to go back and look. He has a different pronunciation for it.
But anyway, Brie Larson's making her comeback, and it all comes back from that. I like Nintendo.
Oh gosh. Speaking of which, Brie Larson's made quite a media comeback from the depths of buying into the
and it's all
Hollywood.
It's all credit to Ryan Kindle, because he's been talking about this for a year or so, more than a year.
Wow.
When she turned around her media presence, like she completely flipped the script on everybody, and she stopped playing the game.
The Hollywood placating, pandering game, right?
Yep. She realized that she probably might not know as much as she thinks she does, and she was quiet for a little while, and she responds to appropriate things, or she responds to the things that are going to go in a positive direction. And even some of her fans are saying, you can't like that comment. You got to tear this person down. They're terrible or whatever. And she just ignores them and goes on with her day. And
I think that's not the only thing, but one of the things that I know we talk about a lot. But it's one thing that a lot of people just wish with celebrities would go away, is just talk about the movie. Talk about the character. Talk about why you're attracted to this role. What interests you in it. They don't care what you think about a war. They don't care what you think about a protest. They don't care what you think about a movement. It's proven time and time again. And so she made a conscious decision to step away from that kind of stuff and just focus on like acting and look, I'm not gonna say, hey, if you only focus on the positive things, like I'm not saying that has to be your thing, but
Right.
like they're actors. Just focus on your freaking craft,
Yep.
and that's why people find you. That's why people like you. They don't like you because of your opinion on current societal topics. And if they do, chances are they're not even really a fan anyway. They don't
Hmm.
watch your movies. They don't support you. They don't
Right.
look you up. They only care about a couple of buzz phrases, right?
Yep.
And so yeah, so hey, congrats for whatever that means to Brie Larson for breaking free, maybe if truly,
Yeah.
and moving on, and hopefully that benefits her career. We'll see, we'll see. But she is in this huge movie, which it's going to be huge. The Super
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy movie is going to be huge. It
Yep.
will. It's not going to top Spider Man this year. I think that's going to be the highest grossing film of the
Yeah.
year.
I'm with you. I don't see another movie that can top it.
No,
Um, but our Project Hail Mary is doing quite well
pretty
still.
good. And
So
we're gonna take a look at that in just a second. Triple D's toy dungeon. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Need to get back on a live stream sometime with Dave. And see what he's been up to, man. I kind of been missing him a little bit. 3-star draw, despite his best efforts, has been trying to finish up with this the first episode of Daredevil. I watched the second episode. I'll give you my opinions on it. Uh, no spoilers, I guess. I don't think anybody cares, to be honest with you. I really don't. And the Hershey Highway, the thumbnail was just a fun little thing that Matthew sent me about the world's chocolate supply. And I'll bring it up. Not right now. I'll bring it up. But I just thought it was so funny and so weird. I was like, I can't help myself. It's
no,
like
man.
I've got to.
Well, okay, but there's a whole bigger context to it that I want to talk about for a minute too. But
No, that's cool. I do have something saved. We can bring it up, man, and I'll give you the floor, dude. Absolutely. Billy Butch, what's up, man?
what's up?
Joe Fan 84. Hopefully you don't fall asleep in that chair. Buddy Bobby Wold. Whatever happened to John Leguizamo ran about Chris Pratt not being Italian, so he shouldn't play Mario. Well,
Well, John
obviously,
Leguizamo has been irrelevant for almost 20 years now.
yeah, right.
And so he's doing anything he can to come out there and you know eh, for a while there he was making some really based comments, and then he decided nope, I got to flip the script here, and he went full Latinx,
He
and
did go in the full Latinx. God, and they hate that
yeah,
term, by the
doesn't
way.
it doesn't make any logical sense at all, just
No,
like
they
a whole bunch
do
of
not.
things. So
Yes, but yeah, Bobby. I'll tell you what happened with that. Chris Pratt made a whole bunch of money,
and
and
John didn't.
John didn't, and so that goes away. When the studio makes a bunch of money, guess what they do? They like you.
Yeah. And guess what
Yes,
they also do? They make sure that your detractors shut up
that's true.
sometimes.
Yeah, especially someone as irrelevant as John Leguizamo. Stanley Everhart Jr. the third. I actually love that. I actually want to call him. I love that. Stanley Everhart Jr. the third has to be from the Dan Patrick Show, because they call people like um, Russell Wilson Jr. the third, or they call it's the most insane, stupid thing, but they've been doing that for a long time. I hope that's what that's from, Stanley. But I love it. Packing for Phoenix with you on the TV. Well, thank you, and hopefully you don't have a giant TV, because I would really feel bad for you if you had to look at us on a big TV, buddy. Especially me. Matthew looks fantastic. I'm the one that needs some help. Okay, let's see. HK Viper, what's up, man? HK Viper. HK Viper's like the silent assassin, right? Shows up. Hey, what's going on? Probably watches the whole show. Doesn't chat a lot, but it's like E.F. Hutton maybe has something interesting to say, and it's there. Just interjects here and there. But I appreciate HK being here 100%, of course. Okay, and Joe Fan, look, don't make any promises. Never make promises. Just follow through in your own head. How about that? Okay, so you mentioned it. Let's bring it up. We'll talk about it just to jump off the bat, so we can get into the other topics, man. We'll jump into the numbers. Project Hail Mary, healthy.
Yep.
Healthy. $5 million daily gross. You're gonna have a drop off, But at this point, domestically,
What was
it just
the second week drop off?
well, I see daily and weekly change. Weekly change is only 22%,
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
that is really
I
good.
mean,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah. No, that's
Um,
awesome.
and usually you look into the 60s and 70s a lot of times with these
Well,
movies.
we've been seeing that recently, and we
Hmm.
know that if it has a 60% drop off after the first week, that it's pretty much done. I mean, it doesn't last 3 weeks in the theaters. With a 22% drop off, that means that there's more theaters that are going to open up, or they're going to keep it in there, um, even with Super Mario Brothers and Drama and a couple others coming. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's good news for the movie sticking around a little bit.
I'm really happy for this film, and I'm going to bring up a clip here in a little while. There's a couple of stories associated
Did
with
you
this
see all the
movie.
stuff going on with X?
Um, well, maybe I don't
Okay.
know. You tell me. This is off the cuff right here.
Yeah, so there's a whole thing where you have a whole video where you watch Rocky sleep for 4 hours.
Oh
So
wow.
there's a 4 hour video of Rocky sleeping, and then there's a shorter one that's more comedic of Rocky watching uh
Oh yeah.
uh what's his name?
Grace.
Gosling. Yeah, no, it's Gosling. It's not
Oh,
even.
okay. So it's out of
It's
character.
out of character, but
Okay.
Rocky's there watching him sleep.
That's pretty funny. That is part of the movie. If you haven't seen it, if you've read the book, you know that.
So
But
this is a an X or TikTok campaign that they put out there, and
that's
people
funny.
have they had like 500,000 watchers watching Rocky sleep live for
I
four
mean,
hours.
it doesn't surprise me now. I have seen, and as we do have like a lot of toy collectors and people in the chat, watch the video, watch the stream. I did see where it's like, hey, we need Rocky merchandise, and there's got to be Rocky toys. I don't know that this movie warrants that kind of marketing thing. Would there be toys? Yeah, I guess, but I don't look at this in the same way as how Disney exploits Grogu, right? Baby Yoda, for
You know what?
instance.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there. So my daughter had a friend over the other day, and she found one of my daughter's old toys from when we went to Disney, which is Ratatouille rat with a magnet on it. You can put underneath your shirt and stick the rat on your shoulder, so you walk around with the rat
Oh
on your
wow,
shoulder.
that's
Right.
cool. That's
So
cool.
the kid loves this. And then she didn't know this, but 2 days later, her parents took her to Disney World, and they went around and they actually found the thing and brought it back.
Ah,
So she didn't know it was happening. It was a surprise kind of thing. This kind of last minute thing too. So crazy deal. She got her own version of it,
that's
but they
funny.
have one of Rocky.
Wow. Okay.
So they've got this little magnet thing that will sit on your shoulder, so you can have Rocky on your shoulder, and then you've got the popcorn bucket with the and it articulates inside the globe thing that he
Yeah.
runs around in.
Yeah.
So they've already started merchandise. I believe there's a Lego set coming for it. So they're already kicking the merchandise.
And I don't mind that at all. No hate
No,
here.
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess my point being is that like I in my mind I'm not seeing it in the same way that I see how Disney would use the whole Baby Yoda Grogu thing and that whole craze. I don't
Well,
know that Rocky would reach those kind of heights, but I can totally see where
well, this is the counterpoint to that, right? Because this is an actual character that has meaning and depth and propels the
oh
story forward
oh
versus
yeah.
a dumb little green puppet that's just there to sell toys, right? It's the inverse of the
These
baby
I know
Yoda.
I know if you're watching on a television you could probably see. If you're watching on your computer you probably can't. And actually, you know what? I have my camera cut off. Grogu is peeking over a Pop Blender sign. He has a New York Mets, one of those ice cream baseball helmets you get at the ball game, that
Yeah.
has your team in it and you get ice cream in it. He's wearing one of those. You can't see him right now, but he is up there. It doesn't mean I don't believe. It's like, but you're right. In a way, this is a full-fledged character,
Yeah.
fully realized, and so in that instance, like, or just comparable
Yeah.
between the two. Now, obviously, one is a franchise,
Right.
right? One is not,
Well,
but
now Andy is working on a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to see that, man.
I know. I'm with you.
I don't want to. And I kind of heard about that and saw some of the talk about it. I don't need to see that. If you haven't seen the movie or read the book, then I don't want to go into that territory. I
Yeah.
know even
Okay.
though it's 11 days old, there are a lot of people who still have yet to be able to see the film. I would like to
Yeah. Go
talk
see
about
it.
it,
Go see it. Go
but
see it.
like fucking go see it. Like it's a good movie. It really is a damn good movie. And the end of it, I told you, surprised me because
Mhm.
I was not expecting the end. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's interesting. And so, but from a franchise standpoint, I get it. I get why Disney all of a sudden wanted to go all in and capitalize on the money they could make. Unfortunately, you're right. Grogu, Baby Yoda, is not a character. It's really a nothing. It's really like a big nothing, and we're gonna find out just how much of a nothing it is when this film comes out with the the
It's
Mandalorian and
I
Grogu titled movie.
I mean they've destroyed that franchise so much and just those characters themselves. So I there's not a whole lot of positive hype going on about
It's
it.
such
So
a fucking shame, dude.
it is.
I don't get it. They don't get it. It amazes me. There are people that still have these jobs. Uh,
Yeah, we'll
it,
talk more
it
about it too when we get to Daredevil.
Yeah, we will because I had a little chat with you before we went live. Clint Jorgensen says just joining. Probably showed the Motu trailer 4 times. I did not. We did not, and we will, and we're going to talk about it. But I wanted to wait just a little bit to let some people join in. Tell a buddy, bring a friend, lick the like button, y'all. Lick the like button, please. Lick the like button because it always helps. Every little bit of licking helps in this neck of the woods, baby. All right. Garaf also is here. What's up, Garaf? Did I miss the Motu trailer coverage? No, you did not. And hopefully Disney will not kill my internet. I don't know what happened a week and a couple days ago. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, it was an absolute disaster. Okay, good deal. Episode 2 finished. You and I are on the same page. 3-star draw. Um, and I'll take your thoughts here momentarily. But let's finish up really quickly with the numbers. We have Hoppers coming in at number 2 with 299 million worldwide, which is definitely a little bit behind Project Hail Mary. Don't you worry,
Oh, we're
Stan.
gonna get there,
Don't
Stan.
you worry, Stanley. I've got it already saved. Reminders of him. No one wants those. Guy or girl, they will kill you, which I don't even know what to think about this movie. They will kill you. I just okay, folks, just look at the poster. Is this a movie that you want to invest your time in? A woman answers a help wanted ad to be a housekeeper in a mysterious high rise in New York City, not realizing she is entering a community that has seen a number of disappearances over the years and may be under the grip of a satanic cult. Does that sound like your kind of movie?
Sounds like what happens in New York when the DNC rolls into town.
Oh no! Stop it! Hey, we're not. This isn't Saturday, Matthew. Get off your high horse. Okay, ready or not, here I come. Yeah, Double or Nothing. Dude, I okay. I honestly like. This is why people aren't going to the
Yeah,
movies,
yeah, yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta entice people to come out there. Yeah, I mean, what's enticing about that? I don't know.
Yeah, Scream 7. Uh, look,
Looks like it's doing all right.
it's doing all right, and I am okay with that. Look, predictable, nothing crazy. You know what you're getting yourself into. I think that's why some of, especially your slasher, they're easy to make. They're cheap, um,
Yep.
and I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that's like, how dare you? It's, uh, yeah,
Yep.
I'm good with it.
So my question is, are frogs like lizards, as in Koopas, right? So Mario will be stomping on them all.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I hope Mario stomps all over Hoppers.
Yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. It needs to crush it.
for yeah, for reasons. It will. It's not. There's no question about that. Goat. Um, you know,
It's yeah, I don't know. Again, there's nothing about that movie that made me want to be interested in seeing it. So it's not made for me. So hopefully they didn't spend a whole bunch of money to make
yeah,
it.
and you look, you need filler. I
Yeah.
mean, you need filler. Sabir, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Yeah, you need filler at this time of year before everything really starts cranking up, which is going to be happening very soon. I can't
Yep.
wait because we've got some stuff to actually watch and really review and talk about. The Mummy returns after 9,097 days in release. The Mummy Returns adds some more tally to its box
There you
office.
go. Trying to build hype for the next Mummy movie and then the next Brendan Fraser Mummy movie.
And then Stand By Me.
I
Even
am.
Stand By Me shows up in kind of the top 10, really, here. Uh,
That is sad.
isn't that it? It really is a testament. I mean,
I mean,
it
those are
really is.
great movies, but it shouldn't be topping the box office.
It is a testament, dude. It really is a testament to kind of where we're at with just general releases, those in between movies, the movies that make a profit that fund the bigger tentpole movies. There's just so few of those now, and so it is interesting when they release something in theaters from 36 years ago or whatever
Right.
it is that
Yeah.
makes some money, adds a little money. I like it though. I appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
glad they do it. And for those that don't get an opportunity to see stuff like that, I appreciate the fact that they do it so that a younger generation can see an older movie on the big screen who would never get that opportunity unless maybe it's a drive-in or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was like I said, that was the first time I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey. Was 1982 in the movie theater,
That's
which
cool.
was a re-release because obviously it came out in '67. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think we all miss the dollar theaters. I think that
oh
was
yeah,
a luxury of a bygone era where, and I say a luxury, not a luxury spend. It was a great way to see a movie that had been out of theaters for 6 months or
so
however long.
we went to a movie theater just the other day, a couple weeks ago. That was when I was in high school. Was the Dollar Theater with 50 Cent Tuesdays, right? And it's a regular theater now because dollar theaters can't make any money apparently.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's in today. I hate this phrase. I fucking hate this phrase. In today's world, or in today's economy, or today's whatever. I hate saying that. I just don't know how you would pay the obscene prices on rent
Yeah,
and then to acquire the films, or hey, maybe you're able to show them. I don't know what that looks like, what that economy within the film industry looks like to show older movies if you do have a movie house, a theater,
yeah,
but then also to draw in people to see things uh, and charge $1. I mean, it wouldn't be $1 theater now. It'd be like a $5 theater now, to be
right.
honest with you.
Yep.
And then to sell popcorn, to staff it, to pay the lights, to pay all the stuff. I don't know what that economy looks like, but I can't imagine it would be very strong at this point in time.
Yeah.
And it is a shame because in a bygone era where you had constant movie production and good things coming out, even if it wasn't your primetime summer movie season, you had things that would sustain an audience to where you would go to see it two or three or four more times at the theater, a movie that
Yeah.
had been out of the theater for, let's say, 3 months or 4 or 5 months. You'd go back and see it and buy popcorn, and you might sustain $1 theater back in the day. I just don't think it's possible now.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley, that's pretty cool. I did see where Corey Feldman was really upset that he wasn't included in the Rob Reiner in memoriam, and I'm like, yeah, because you're a fucking fruitcake, dude. Like, why do they want to include you now? Like, everything I ever bring up on my phone, every article I ever read about Corey Feldman is the most whack ass shit
Look, I
that this
mean,
guy can say or do on stage. It's like, why would anybody want to invite you to a
he
con?
got warped and twisted by that whole thing, and he was
It's a
in
shame.
in the system, and he got messed up by a bunch of stuff, and he's holding resentment towards everybody and everything, and you know, he doesn't know how to let it go, but at the same time, he's never processed through the stuff that happened to him. So, I
And
feel bad for him.
I'm actually there with you in a way. Look, I joke about it, but I will say that like there is a part of me that's like growing up in that environment at that age at that time.
Yeah.
Everybody has a phone now.
Yep.
Everybody has a way to record a conversation now, right? Even if I mean, there's the guardrails now. The stuff still happens. Let's not kid ourselves, folks. There's still casting couches in some shape, form, or fashion. There's still child actors that are getting abused and used. There are still, and let's not just say casting couches, child, male stars, males as
Mm.
well. Okay, it's everybody
Well,
out
I
there.
mean, that's what happened to Brendan Fraser back
Yeah,
in the day, right?
it's a disgusting industry, and I know we like to talk about it, and we do appreciate the product to a certain extent, but like it is a very insular, very weird community of people. It just is,
Yeah.
and that stuff still goes on. You may not hear about it like you think. Oh, they've conquered that. They've. Oh, it's not a no no.
Nope.
No, they just figure out a different way to hide it.
Yep.
That's how it is. But yeah, I'm with you. There is a sense of empathy for somebody like a Corey Feldman and other child actors in particular.
Hmm.
And who knows what, Matthew, it's like. I was talking about this today with the Tiger Woods situation. I think most of us
Oh,
are familiar with the
yeah.
Tiger Woods situation. And what really sucks about it is like when you are a celebrity, when you are making money and there are people on your payroll or there are people that count on you, um, no one's going to tell you no. No one's going to tell you stop. No one's going to tell you this isn't in your best interest. No, everyone's telling you you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, you're great. Yeah, whatever you want to do. In relation to the Tiger Woods thing, for instance, this guy's a billionaire. Why would you not hire a driver and pay that person 100? I could, if I had a,
Especially because everyone in the world knows that you are literally the worst driver on the planet. I mean,
it,
come on.
it's amazing that someone has not been killed yet.
Yeah, no, it
And
is.
there's
It
only
truly
a
is.
couple outcomes for this, and it
Yeah.
is death of either him
Hmm.
or someone else. And then you would have the greatest golf star spending the rest of their life in jail because they killed someone.
Yep.
Or a significant amount of time. It's amazing to me. But bringing it back to Hollywood and the acting part of it, the celebrity part of it, everybody around you, especially when you're hot, is feeding that fire.
Hmm.
And so you can't do any wrong. Every move you make is the right move. Um, you know, there are people that their living is made off of you. So of
Yeah.
course they're going to feed into that. And I think Corey Feldman was a victim of that because he was really successful. He was in a lot of great shit,
Yep.
a lot of good stuff, and yet was a victim of that. And Grass is still major creepazoids in Hollywood. Will Wheaton, for example. Yeah, you know that, Matthew. Yeah, Will Wheaton is something expensive. Bobby brings up being too expensive to see movies. That's going to talk down to you. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are tired of the messaging throughout the entire time, and then you got to pay money for concessions. I probably buy popcorn that identifies as a Twizzler. I like that. That's good. I appreciate that burn, Bobby. You know I do. Um, yeah, we talked about this too. I think about going to IMAX when I asked you about Project Hail Mary, and you were like, "No, no, we didn't. No, I
No,
mean,
I mean,
it's
I'd love
two
to.
hundred dollars,
Right.
something dollars to take your family to the movies for IMAX.
Yeah, I'd love to see it in IMAX, but that's, it's not going to happen for us. So,
Not possible. And I think, unfortunately, one of the greatest things that's happened to movie theaters are the chairs.
mm,
Right? Most
yep.
folks would agree with me. The chat would agree with me. Man, those chairs, reclining chairs, and it's awesome. You can reserve your seat online, and if somebody's in it, you can tell them to get lost, kick rocks. Um, the problem with those chairs, folks, is they cost a lot of money to upkeep, and they break down a lot often. And so you can imagine the loss in revenue because of movies being crap, people bouncing out of celebrity, and then on top of that, like, you also have to pay to
Hmm.
upkeep how many theaters worth of these reclining chairs and stuff.
Yep.
That's a lot of money. And so it's a great I love it. At the same token, if I never had it, I wouldn't have missed it.
Right.
Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yep.
I would have been in that little chair that flips down, and I would have sat in my little thing and kind of rocked back and forth, and I still enjoy the movie. I would love to have a broken chair ticket discount. No doubt about it.
They can't let you sit in those broken chairs.
Yeah, no, because obviously something even worse could happen, which is they could lose millions of dollars possibly.
In a wrongful death or injury lawsuit based off
Mhm.
of electrocution or whatever.
Oh yeah. And Clint, look, I think most of us at this point, I don't know about you, Matthew. I've never asked you this question before. Do you stop at Walgreens on your way to the theater and buy Reese's Pieces or M&Ms or like and take stuff? I mean, that doesn't mean you still don't buy stuff at the theater, but do you sneak stuff in? Do you? I do, and I still buy stuff at the theater.
Yeah, I usually get a little something. If it's the right time of day, I'll get one of those little pizzas or something.
Okay.
And a soda, and you know,
Roll it
sometimes.
up in your pocket. Just roll the pizza up in your pocket in a napkin and just. You can't take the box in there, right? Like,
Of
how do
course
you
you
fit that
can.
in? Like, you got a man purse?
No, no, no. It's right there at the counter waiting for me when I get there.
Oh, I'm talking about going and buying like snacks before the theater, before
No.
the movie,
Uh,
and then bringing that in. Like I'm a Reese's. Look, folks, ET phone home. I'm a Reese's Pieces sucker, and that is my go-to for candy,
but it's
especially
not
at
even
movie theater.
chocolate anymore, man.
Man, we're gonna get there. All right, quit spoiling it. Damn you. All right.
There's an occasion that we'll bring something in, and usually it's snacks for my daughter or whatever. So that's kind of how it started because she didn't like the candies that were there, and we didn't want her having those candies. So we bring
No,
a little something with us. But
I get it. I do like to stop off. Years ago, when I was a mere 20-year-old, I worked at a Walgreens by a movie theater, and it was amazing, astonishing to me the amount of people that would stop off and buy boxes of the. At the time, it was probably like 70 cents a box, whatever. Anyway,
yeah,
and they would take that to the movie theater right next door. I wanted to address this because I love this comment by Clint. Clint, don't just sneak in concessions. Fuck, man, be a ninja and sneak right past the person that's checking the tickets. I mean, come on, man, what's wrong with you? Like, how many free movies could you see, dude? Like, get creative, bro. What are we talking about here?
what a
Just
depressing job.
concessions?
What a
Uh,
depressing job. You work at a movie theater and you can't see.
oh, Jesus. Okay, look, let's be real. That shit would suck. But on the plus side, I guess you have all the in-person audiobooks you could handle. I'm an asshole. All right, look. Uh, let's see here. The convenience store, 50% off everything. So yes, 100%. Steelers is my hometown. TRU, True and Theater, shared a parking lot. Early '90s, mom had us buy candy at True. Yeah, I mean that's a common thing, right? People still do it, and I don't blame them. War chest, hey, ring the fucking bell, motherfucker. Beat that fucking cancer, homeboy. I seen that post. Ring that fucking bell, dude. I am all about that life, dude.
Nice.
Congratulations, my friend. I do. I absolutely love it, and I need to do a live stream with you soon. So I need to get that shit going. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, look, sneaking shit into the movie theater, that's what it's all about. Let's not kid ourselves. Matthew's too scared to do it. He can't roll that pizza up in his pocket. I get it, Matthew. You're too good of a guy, man. Fucking go blue sometimes. Go a little, be Punisher every now and then. Little Frank Castle would probably do you pretty good. Uh, okay, whatever. 3-star. He likes seeing movies in the winter. Smuggle all kinds of stuff in a coat. Yeah, that's the best time, right? I mean, the summer when I'm wearing my Daisy Dukes and my tank top and my thongs, it's really difficult for me to stuff a box of Reese's Pieces down there. I do it. People look at me weird. I'm like, hey, I identify as Candy, and then they're cool with it. They're good with it. So that's fuck us. Let's talk about Daredevil. What do you say?
All right,
Okay.
man.
All
So,
right.
I
So
guess
talk to me. Talk to me, Matthew.
most people have seen episode one, I guess. I finally got to see it. Episode one was okay. It was engaging. I thought it was decently paced. I mean, maybe a little slow, but it paced things out. It set stuff up, and it looked like it was going in a direction that we could enjoy. And we got to see an awesome Daredevil costume and him in action. And we had a good time with the first episode. There's a couple things in there that were a little awkward, but I figured whatever, that's going to be background or side story stuff, and we're not going to have to worry about it too much. It's just going to be colorful background. And uh,
what did you really think about the first episode, Matthew? I mean,
I
honestly, like, what did you really think about it? Did you hold the opinion that the people that you and I watch, like Nerdrotic, maybe Drinker, Mahler, Chris Gore, Film Threat, did you hold the opinion that it was boring, or did you find something in that first episode for you to pull out of, or because I was a little more hopeful last week. I know you hadn't seen it, so
yeah,
that's why I'm
so
asking.
so after I watched it, my wife and I watched it the next day, and I thought it was okay. I mean, it didn't wow me. It didn't make me say, "Oh, Daredevil's back." But at the same time, I'm like, okay, there's positive movement.
I thought it was all right too. I mean,
Yeah,
I get why those guys thought it was boring. I also
yeah,
understand that we all have our own different expectation levels. I will never claim to be as smart as someone like a Mauler, who from a understanding maybe writing and being able to the memory. Like some of these people, like their memory just blows me away. Um, but just as someone who has in the last few years come to really kind of look at film and TV differently. I didn't find it terrible. I didn't find it
no,
boring. There are things, there are nuggets. I told you before we went live, and I'll tell you guys this for episode 2. I there are nuggets that I see and scenes that I like out of Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 2 in particular, that I'm like, hell yeah. Like yes, this reminds me. This takes me to that Netflix show. Um, and then there's scenes, man, where I mean, look, this let's get it out of the way. This is an allegory, I'm guessing, for ICE and neighborhoods. Okay? This is ICE going into neighborhoods and people in neighborhoods saying, get out of our neighborhood. That's the only thing I can really take from this, from what I've seen in the first couple of episodes. Take from that what you will. It makes sense that they would do this, that it would be allegory for current day politics, because there are even lines, there's even phrases said by characters, by Kingpin and others, that are really on the freaking nose. Like,
yeah,
really on the nose, especially in episode 2. I didn't think so as much in episode 1. Episode 2, there's some really on the nose stuff. There's a very extremely contrived robbery
mm,
slash misunderstanding scene in a convenience
mm,
store that goes down, and I was like, "Are we really?" It almost reminded me of the black guy in season 1 that was stealing the fiddle faddle,
yeah,
and then it became this whole thing not about a guy who steals and gets constantly put in jail for stealing and breaking the law, but that the system has let him down over fiddle faddle. If you remember that,
yep,
it was almost as contrived as that. Like it's not a good scene. It's bad, and that's all I could think of was like, God, you
yeah,
guys just did this. You just did this. But then this scene.
yeah,
So I don't know, man. I'm curious. I can't wait till you see more of it.
yep.
I also asked you before we went on your interest level, and your interest level in Born Again season two, and hey man, are you chomping at the bit to kind of knock it out? And what was your response to that?
I I don't know how much I really care. It's not what I want it to be, and I don't know that it ever could be. I'm somewhat interested in seeing some of the other characters come back and what they want to do with them, but if this writing is going to continue down this path, then it's just going to be another Defenders or whatever that really was not good. But I
Yeah,
don't. It won't be as good as the Defenders. It won't be. It'll be as good as Iron Fist season 2 or whatever.
okay.
Something that just is garbage.
I'm hoping, and again, I said it last week. I'll say it again this week. I'm hoping they can pull this out. I want it to be good. I know that people sit there and go, "Oh, you guys hate Disney. You hate Disney, everything they do. You hate Marvel, everything they do. Star Wars, everything they do." Well, I don't want it that way. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
that to be the case. We don't want that to be the case. Like, we want this stuff to be good. Like, I want to be excited for new shows coming out and to get done with an episode and can't wait to start the
yeah.
next one or can't wait for the next week. Like, that's the hope.
Right.
I still feel this show has something positive to bring to the table, regardless of what my thoughts are and maybe some of the allegory or what it's about. And as Three Star says, I get the similarities, but wasn't this film before the current ice cluster fight? I don't think so. I
No.
mean, that's been going on probably longer than we think it's
Well,
been going on.
and 3 Star, you got to bring it back to the summer of love, baby, because it all stems from the summer of love,
Yeah.
where every city in America burned down.
I mean, it's but I understand your point, 3 Star, but he also says I did think that too when watching it, and
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I think that's going to be the current thought process for most people is the comparisons between the two. Oh, these people are invading our neighborhood. And then there's kind of a little mini riot that happens in episode 2 where it's like, get out of our neighborhood. We were okay with you protecting us and making New York safe. Now we're tired of it because you're just hauling people off that don't shouldn't be hauled off. You're just taking them
Well,
and
yeah,
they disappear. And
but
it's like,
but
okay, I get it.
these people didn't protest when another administration put a whole bunch of illegal migrants into concentration camps in the desert, or when another administration's ICE agents killed 42 people in custody.
Well,
They didn't care about those people because it was a different administration. So
and
don't
I
give me
and I
this nonsense.
and I do believe you are correct. I think it does flip flop depending on who it is and who you support and that's look. I'm not saying it's right. It's
Right.
understandable. That's just how we work. I think as humans, especially now in social media age, and but yeah, it doesn't mean those things aren't any less true, right?
Right.
They did happen. They happened, but no one was talking about them then
Right.
because their person was the person in charge. Now that someone else is in charge, it's like, you know, not only do we not want to talk about that, we only want to talk about this. So I get it. I
Yep.
mean, and it's kind of 3 Star. Well, actually, as Bobby and War Chest too. Bobby says, remember watching the first season of Born Again before we got rid of Disney Plus, but I honestly can't remember a single episode. I can understand that. I can fully understand that, Bobby, because I don't think there was a single episode worth remembering. There were a couple of scenes
Yeah, maybe.
worth remembering, but not episodes. And War Chest says, look, Daredevil was okay, better than I thought it would be, but I agree with Matt. It's not going to be what I want. And I think ultimately that's probably going to be the general consensus unless they pull a rabbit out of this hat this season and they somehow cohesively bring this thing together. And
Yeah.
look, maybe
My
they will.
my
Maybe they will.
my biggest pushback in this whole thing is they're calling it Born Again, and they already told the Born Again storyline in season 3.
Yep.
Why you got to come up with another name? I understand you're going on a different play of words, but anybody who loves Daredevil is going to know the Born Again story and say, "Look, you already did that story. This isn't it, and you can't retell it Not this soon, not with the same characters.
Yeah.
So you're trying to usurp a name for ratings, and it's just not going to go well.
I'm with you. I wish this had been something different. I think, or a different name at least. And if you, title it something different. And if you want to follow some similarities or pull from the comics to an extent, there's some crossover between season 3 of the Netflix
Mm.
show and this, whatever. But yeah, it's a bit it's not confusing. It's
Yeah.
just I get exactly what you're saying. I think they should have gone a different
Todd
route again.
C. Yeah, I mean, if 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 we want to go full Kevin Smith run, right? She has to
Yeah,
become a porn star, get AIDS, and die.
not happening.
Right.
Not gonna
I
happen.
seriously doubt they're going to do that, especially
No.
because we actually have treatments for AIDS and almost a cure at this point. But
Magic Johnson had a cure only a couple years after he retired from the NBA. Evidently, go figure that
Mhm.
one out. Holy moly! And I love Magic Johnson, but that shit was weird.
Mm,
It's like what?
mm.
um, yeah, I'm with you, Todd. I have hope. I said it last week, and as we bounce off of this topic, I have hope that they will bring us something interesting this season to chew on as they go into the final season, season 3, from what I understand. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping. I want it to be good. I thoroughly, and I mean, dude, I thoroughly enjoyed that Netflix
Yeah.
series, and was late to the party on that, really,
Mm.
but thoroughly enjoyed it, and I just want more of that, and I think we uh, all want the same thing.
Yep.
You guys want to watch the Motu trailer that just came out?
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. What do you say? Booyah. All right, here we go. Make sure the volume is good. You guys tell me if it's a little too loud, a little too soft. I will adjust that accordingly. We'll pause it. Various entry points here. I know I'm going to get copyrighted anyway because that's just the way it goes. But
Just fight it. Just fight it.
fight it. Let's check this out. Man at Arms, Tila.
Mechanic.
I see Tila's underwear lines.
Woo, look at that. Yeah, you got Mechanic in there. You've got Man at Arms. You've got several other. Fisto is in there.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I likey. Spoiler: he becomes He-Man.
No.
I thought he became Cone Man. All right, let's go.
I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you.
Hang on. Let's take a look here. You likey?
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, he looks pretty good to me.
Fine with me. I know everybody thinks we hate whatever characters. This is fine.
Now
Tila?
that changes things for Tila a bit, though.
A little bit. But whatever. We'll work
Yeah.
around it. And then there's Cringer.
Look at Critter.
As an inside joke, by the way, with my cousin.
Now,
Yeah. Pretty cool.
pause it.
Let's
Now,
go.
now people are complaining about the CGI here. Okay,
Okay.
It's not the final, probably, most likely. Even still, it's going to happen so
Pretty
fast.
close.
Yeah, I don't know. There, this is trailer footage, so trailer footage is not necessarily movie footage.
Sure.
So they can do a lot of things between now and then, and it just doesn't look quite refined enough. But if it's not, I'm not going to care. It's not going to take me out of the story if the story is engaging.
That's the key, man. You just said it. If the story is engaging, we all know the story. We all have our thoughts about where the story could go and what happened in the past, right? When we were kids and where that movie went. where the story goes. If the story is engaging, I think most people don't care, or they will forgive maybe some shady effects. If unfortunately sometimes they decide that's what the movie's going to be based off of as effects, then it can get really wonky.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with putting effects on characters and movement, right? And not practical effects and makeup and stuff like that. So let's keep going.
And there's
comments
this
here.
Ronnie trick shot for you.
Yep. What's up, Ronnie?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so let's oh, wow. I don't know. I didn't see that comment, by the way. 3-star. I really didn't, but it doesn't surprise me.
There he is.
Okay,
Did you catch that? Did you catch that?
This was told to me earlier today.
No, I saw it the first time I saw it.
Inside the MGM logo. I know it's a little faded now, but you can see
They put Cringer instead of
that's
Leo.
pretty freaking cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right? Like that's fun. That's a fun little thing.
Yeah.
For fans, and I like it. Hey, not overly crazy excited. I like that little touch. It's a nice little touch.
Yep.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
So
Do you
they're
like
clearly going
Eternia here? Do you like the look of what they're kind of seeing here? I know it's
Well,
just a little, second and a half shot, 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, we're telling a different story here, right? So this isn't the story that we all know. This is kind of more Adora's story, if you ask me. But he wasn't raised by his assassin and Skeletor's mentor, but at the same time, he was exiled to a planet to be protected from the war. So he was isolated from everything that was going on there.
Right.
At least he remembers it. I'm glad they're not doing an amnesia thing. He comes back and it's a war-torn world. I mean, the capital of Eternia is decimated here.
Makes sense. I know War Chest has never been on board with the CGI, and this goes back a few months.
Oh, yeah.
A few
No,
months.
I mean, that's fine.
But let's continue.
Left.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world.
I like the fact that they're taking this story serious.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like I don't need to be camp. I appreciate the part of him being on Earth and having these memories and drawings and stuff like that. He's a toy collector, and I know there's jokes about that shit in it and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff. I'm glad they're taking this story seriously, because I think you need to bring some kind of gravitas to the story. It needs some kind of stakes. And I don't think people would care about the stakes if there wasn't some level of seriousness brought to this movie.
Yeah.
Right? That just, to me, seems to make perfect sense.
It's all my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall,
Let's go back.
Trapjaw looking pretty good there. I mean, I was kind of cool to see that happen. So
trying to get a good image. I know it's a little bit of a blur right here, but I'm cool with this. This is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I don't know what kind of numbers it's going to do. I really don't even want to predict it, because I think it's really difficult to try to predict this movie.
We'll see how many real Motu fans there are out there. There's enough toy collectors out there that spark up enough buzz online saying that this is going to be huge, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be awesome, and Pixel Dan's out there leading the charge. So we will see how many of them are going to show up to watch this.
Yep. All right, let's continue. I know we're breaking it up, and I know maybe if you guys want to watch it the whole way through, and of course you can do that, but I try to at least somewhat stay copyright free here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's transformative. We're talking about it. We're pausing it. It's
that's a pretty cool. I like that, man. Like that's a cool. This little right here, like That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig this. I
Yep.
love the belt. I love the look. This is cool. I love it.
Yep.
When you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
All right. I love the fact. Look at the skull
Look at
behind
it.
him.
There it is.
Like that's a cool shot.
Yep.
Like that's a fucking cool shot. And regardless of CGI wonkiness or whatever, that's a
That's
cool
it.
shot.
That's
right?
your money shot right there, baby.
Yeah. I know I discussed earlier about maybe having someone that portrayed like a different actor.
Yeah. I thought different
He-Man.
actor. Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to have seen
that
that.
would be neat.
Yeah.
However, it also would probably be a slight to the guy who plays Adam in like the whole movie.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, whatever. But you know what? For me, the whole movie will be a win if he walks by an enchanted mirror and he looks into it and he sees Dolph Lundgren looking back at him just for a second. Just for a second.
That actually would be pretty badass. Like that would be cool. Let's not kid ourselves. That would be a nice nod. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. Let's go.
I love that.
Snake Mountain.
Snake Mountain, man.
see.
That looks awesome to me. Bad CGI or whatnot, I don't care. That background, the way they set that up, looks pretty
See if
awesome.
I can get it.
There it is.
There you go.
I mean, that looks like a matte painting, right? I don't care. It looks awesome.
I'm cool with that too, and I get it, Joe fan. Waiting to find out first. The thing of it is like you'll probably find out on a show like this, or Punk with Toys, or whomever that you watch. You probably find out that way rather than probably through personal connections, unless you really know, like in your life, people that are going to go see this.
Yeah,
you're probably going to see it on a show, right? A show like this.
Three star. Okay, go ahead.
No. I was just saying, I get it. I think there are people who think Jared Leto might be the best part of this movie. And that is not.
That's kind of a hot take.
And he says it. Hey, I'll be the first to say it. Jared Leto could be the best part of this movie. He's putting it out there on the limb. He's saying, hey, this could be the case. I mean, I have also seen that as well. So
yeah.
I won't know until I see it.
Yep.
But I've seen that.
So 3 star, I don't know. I wouldn't think that Dolph would come make a little cameo or anything in this. I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't know if they want to go down that road in terms of campiness or cheese. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did just some kind of nod, some kind of nudge, something to it. At least in our world before he goes over there or something. I don't know. But in any case, I don't think so. I
don't know why you would.
I don't know that Dolph would want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be fine. I don't know why you would do it unless you just really wanted to do fan service in that way. And I'm not sure that's. Don't get me wrong. I think there's fan service here.
Yeah.
I don't know that they want to go that way with fan service, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it would add other than like, and other than that, it's like, okay, fine. It's like,
yeah.
But I get it. I totally get it. And I like what Clint says here. Look, if it's bad, I'm still going to see it 3 times as supported. Look.
Hey,
Clint,
that's awesome.
It's not gonna hit a bill, but I hope it makes double the budget. I hope it makes a profit. If you want more films like this, you want it to be successful. But nonetheless, it's not going to hit a bill. I think that would be kidding all of ourselves to think this is going to hit $1 billion.
The universe shall quake in my shadow.
Is that Skeletor? Whose voice is that? Whose voice is this?
In my shadow.
That's it. No, so
The
we know.
universe shall quake in my shadow.
So we know whose voice that is because we see his mouth move later, and that's the voice that comes out of it. In this trailer. In this trailer, that's the same voice.
Well, I have not seen this trailer yet. This is
okay.
my first reaction as well. I've actually not looked it up. I thought I'd save it
Oh, okay.
for this. And so yeah. So no, that's why I was asking. But
Yep.
you know. All right.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
I'm also
That was
okay with
kind
a
of a dumb
little
line.
humor.
Yeah,
I know
I
it's
get it.
dumb. It is
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah.
because, but he doesn't remember. Okay, if he remembered, he'd know what that is. He doesn't remember. I'm with you. I think it's a dumb line. I also am okay with at least a little bit of levity here
Yeah.
within the movie. It doesn't need to be serious 100% of the time. I mean,
As long as we don't do Guardians of the Galaxy or anything.
Oh, I'm with you,
so.
man. I don't need that shit. But the
Yeah.
toys weren't even serious, right? Like, you couldn't take the toys seriously.
Well, you absolutely could. If you read the mini comics and had the toys, you have a totally different world. Than...
You could, but like, even when I see them, I still can't take it that serious. Like, I just can't. The proportions are all fucked up, Matthew. Like, they're not proportional. Okay.
Like you didn't make those proportions in your 20s? I mean, come on,
Well,
man.
look, I tried. I ate my Wheaties. I slept.
That's
with
your
many
problem
girls.
right
I mean,
there.
I worked out all the time. Actually, that was only one of my problems right there, Matthew. There were many more to go along with that one.
Now go back.
I will. I absolutely will.
I want to see who cringers jumping on top of there. Okay, so
Who is this?
come forward just a little bit more. Right
there.
there.
You go. Okay.
Can we see his face? I can't quite tell. Is that that's still a helmet on there? He hasn't turned his face fully.
Does the armor not ring a bell? Does that armor not make sense for anyone?
I mean, that looks like
It
a
has
Scareglow. It looks like Scareglow.
I think
that's
that's
out there
what
right now.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
But you know, it just seems like. Let me see if I can get that one shot. There was one shot.
I thought he turned his face
right there.
So that could be unfinished CGI right there, right?
Could be.
You know, you're right, Stanley. It could be a red shirt. It could be just a house guard, or it could be Scareglow, and they just haven't done the CGI on the flaming head yet.
Because the face looks a little too done up to be just a red shirt, in my opinion, if that makes sense. And Giraffe, yeah, hey, I mean,
well, it does look like it's a half burned face,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
doesn't it though? That's kind of my thing.
Maybe he's just waiting for the green flames to come out after that.
If you know, I expect him to pull from Filmation. Would be my main guess. But you know, I haven't really read a lot of interviews, and I haven't seen a lot of press. To be honest with you, I really haven't.
Yeah.
And Joe Fan says, I heard Dolph does have a quick second. Okay.
The only thing that the only thing that I've gotten out of it is that Dolph Lundgren said in an interview, maybe I might get involved with this new Motu project. That's the only thing I heard about it was that line. So,
look, as I also, everyone in Eternia has great abs. I should live in Eternia.
I've got great abs. They're in the refrigerator right now, though.
I should be there. That's where I should live. Man, I mean, I'm rubbing this one giant ab right now, and it is holding up, baby. All right, let's go.
may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Let's go back and let's check this out one more time. Here is our voice and our face together.
But you're too scared to use it.
Trust me. I know how to use it.
What do you think about the voice?
We'll see. The darker, sinister. At some point, and I swear it's in this trailer. If you listen to the sub channels on the audio really closely,
Okay.
you can hear a in the background of one of the shots.
I would expect that.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
I would expect that. No doubt about it. One more time.
But you're too scared to use it.
Trust me. I know how to use it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess everybody's expecting the high, shrill, high voice. Maybe that's what they are wanting, but it doesn't seem like everybody here anyway. The people that are here, they're commenting. Seems like people are fine with it as long as it's not Mark Hamill. Look, Mark Hamill is a voiceover artist. A voice artist is incredible.
Yep.
As a human being, I could care less for him. As a voice artist, I think he's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess combined with the rest of the film, if what you're saying too, where you maybe hear that in the background with the laugh, I can't imagine we get out of this film without the classic Skeletor voice. But we may get out of this movie without the voice we all know from Filmation. Very possible.
Maybe.
It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me at all if that was the voice throughout most of it. And maybe he goes up to an upper register, but not in the way that we think.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
So those were from two different edits, right? So it makes you sound a little very crazy. That's not a line that's in the movie. That was clearly a different conversation or a different sentence structure. It makes you sound a little off or whatever he says there, and then later on he says very crazy about something else. Because that's a weird little edit that threw in there.
Look, they do that all the time.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
They do that all the time. It's they will pull from different conversations or the same conversation just out of order.
Yeah.
Right. To kind of throw you off the path or whatever. Thinking what you think you know. But I mean, look, it looks fun. I think all right. And this is going to come up in conversation here in just a minute about Project Hail Mary, about Ryan Gosling. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be hopeful. Not post-apocalyptic, not nihilism. It's supposed to be a fun ride.
Yeah.
And a hopeful ride. And I think those are the kind of movies people are thirsting for right now. I think they're done with the nihilism. I think they're done with the apocalyptic, the world is going to end kind of stuff. And they're maybe wanting more hopeful movies, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's what we need.
So, yeah, I mean, look, I assume that anybody watching this is going to be seeing this. I assume you guys will be going to the theaters. If you want a sequel, if you want to see this continue, if it is good, then obviously you want to spread that message and maybe, see it again or take a friend, tell a friend, whatever. I just feel like Motu fans they're going to be hard to come by, man. Like, your average Joe is going to be hard to come by to convince them to go see this movie. And that's where I think the barrier to entry is, right? The fans, they're going to go. It's getting the general public to
Yeah.
buy in. And it's going to need legs. It's going to need word of mouth. It's going to
Mm.
need the press to also spread that, because unfortunately a lot of people still go to the same old places to find out whether or not something is worth, their time.
Yep.
And there's a big divide between the mainstream media
Well,
and fans.
they're kind of hitting on two different demographics, right? So you're hitting on the 50-year-olds and you're hitting on the 30-year-olds, because the 30-year-olds have their own He-Man cartoon that they grew up with, right?
Yep.
The 2000X series, right? So there's some fans of that. There's some fans of the original. So you're hitting on those two elements the most, and then there's obviously the toy community that loves it. So this movie's a few years late, but it's finally coming. So I hope it's what the fans want, and so far it looks like it'll be a fun movie. So
Yeah, it does. I mean, look, I don't even think you have to be I don't think you have to be a Motu fan to actually maybe go see this and have fun with it.
right,
And
yeah,
I think that's hopefully what they're banking on is
Yep.
like, yeah, there's fantastical, there's fantasy, there's weird characters, there's going to be names that seem very on the nose and kind of goofy if they're even really named, right? A lot
right,
of these characters may not even be named in the movie. It's just for fans to understand and for other people to see the character and just be like, who the heck was that? That was
right,
wild,
yep,
Um, and so I think that's what they're banking on. And if it's fun, if it's a fun ride, then it'll have legs, and
yep.
people will go see it. I mean, it is. And Evil Dookie, hey, don't worry about being late, man. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. Lick that like button, folks. Lick the like. That's my new phrase. I don't care. Lick that.
Your
like
phrase,
button.
yeah, it's my phrase. You stole it.
Hang on. There's nobody else here to support your story.
You heard me say it on the street.
Yes, I did. Okay, I'm gonna steal it. Damn it!
Bring it. I want more people saying it.
Lick that like button. I love it. I don't care. And as Evil Dookie says, I tongue banged it, baby. Hell and yes, I love it. um, so, so
I used to put that in the chats all the time. So if you guys in the chat see that, that's what I would always put in people's chats.
Oh, that's hell yes. It's beautiful. That is good, actually. Okay, so speaking of hopeful, I kind of stumbled across this really by accident, but it was Ryan Gosling, who's in Project Hail Mary, and he was talking on the Drew Barrymore show. Now, this is not a show that I watch, contrary to some of you probably popular belief. I've never really watched the show before, but he's talking about, this is the context of this clip, and I just wanted to play this clip because he does have a family. Yes, he is married to Eva Mendes. Yeah. But he's talking about hopeful movies like Project Hail Mary and what he wants with his kids and see movies. And I think that this is pretty interesting comment. I hope it's true. I want to believe it's true. I want to
Right.
believe the guy's real and being authentic here.
Yep.
But I thought this was an interesting clip from this show, and I just wanted to bring it up. I am a dude. If you only knew the things I would do to Joy Behar. Redheads, they're feisty. All right. So I want to play this and see what you guys think about this. But this is Ryan Gosling talking about the kind of movies that he wants to take his kids to see on Drew Barrymore show.
I think what's so beautiful about what Andy does with his writing is that, you know, we've been so saturated with apocalyptic narratives for like the last decade that they almost have become inevitable. It feels like predestined at this point. And I think what he's done is, and what he does with his work is he creates an opportunity to pivot away from this idea that maybe the future isn't something to fear, rather just to be figured out. You know, I really wanted that for my kids. You know, I just feel like everything is trying to scare them. And I wanted something like your film, like we had your movie, right? We had E.T. We all had this core memory film that we could see in a movie theater, we could see with other people, we could see that we laugh at the same things, we cry at the same things. And I really what a gift to be given the opportunity to make this film and to make one of those. You know, Ava and I look for those films for our family, and there aren't many. And I feel like it's a gift from our family to yours. You know, it is an experience that we wanted to have, that we've been having for 6 years, and now, like, feel very lucky to be able to share it.
Well,
So, you know, again, I hope he's being authentic here
I think so.
in this clip. I do too. 6 years is a long time to spend making a project. Okay. Bringing this book to life.
But I mean, it's actually not. When you consider that The Princess Bride took 30 years to come to screen, right? When someone gets a bug about developing a project and they have a passion for it, you're lucky if it takes less than 10 years. And so he did this in 6 years because of his name and his clout, and the fact that Hollywood has no ideas. So he could pitch this thing, and it was interesting, and people attached him the name to it because he found this book and he loved it so much.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, look, time frame aside, I mean, 6 years is still a long time. But you're right. Some of this stuff takes even longer. Some things take in a lifetime, right? To get done. But the real crux of it for me is the fact that, like, yeah, I mean, we've been inundated with nothing but either being preached to or hopelessness in film for a while now, in television. And it's like, you know, people are probably craving something hopeful, you know, It's not nihilism. That's not the end of the world. It does have a end of the world story attached to this, right? Like, it is part of it.
Yeah.
But the movie's not about that. It's really not. It is, I mean, every frame of it practically, other than, yes, they're describing what is going to happen. This is why this mission needs to happen. Other than that, most every frame of this is like learning and figuring out how to overcome a problem, and then another problem and another problem, right? Working with another person or another being, and so and like he's mentioned about E.T. and the shared experience. I think that's the part that you don't really realize it until you look back on telling someone a story about, oh, yeah, man, we saw that in the theater, dude. It was awesome. Everybody was like, oh, my God. And you tell people stories like that about films in the past, and it's like, how many things have you seen in the last decade or 15 years that you tell a story to someone like that? A shared experience of clapping at the end of the movie, right? Like, I can't remember the last time I clapped at the end of a movie.
Yeah.
Honestly. And so I like the message here. That's why I said I hope it's real. I think it is. But he's spot on. He's spot on with, like, people and families and, like, wanting that kind of experience and the hopefulness and looking towards the future and being excited about it rather than being scared about it.
Right.
I guess.
Yep.
Right. Pretty cool clip though. And they've been doing a lot of promotional stuff. Like you said, there's some funny videos out you can find out there with him and Rocky and different shit. It's pretty cool.
Yep. I think the marketing on this one has been good. It's like that, almost as good as the Solo Mio movie. I think Solo Mio wins the best marketing campaign for a movie in a long time. But they've been having fun with it, so I'm hopeful that this movie continues to do well at the box office. I think this weekend's going to be another big one for him.
If it continues, and again, it has legs, continues to spread. Spread the legs. But yeah, no, I agree, man. So speaking of Ryan Gosling, this Barbie Dream Fest. I saw this saw this come across my news feed. So the Barbie Dream Fest 2026 is being compared to the Fire Fest and the Willy Wonka thing that went down, where you could spend upwards of like $200 basically on tickets or whatever. And then when you would show up, you'd be in this big, huge like convention floor, and there would be cardboard cutouts of like the front of a house, or there'd be a place to take your picture, or a construction part where you drew pictures or whatever. But it was very, very sparse and very like it seemed like a lot of money to pay for something that had no value. And there's a lot of videos going around, and you can find these videos. But there was one that I wanted to bring up, and I hope the volume. I hate playing stuff like this because the volume sometimes it's just unbelievable. But I'm gonna try to bring this up. Okay, let's get rid of the Sarah McLachlan ad. Okay.
It up, but at this Barbie Dream Fest, it said it opened at 9. We weren't let in till 9:45, and vendors were still arriving and setting up shop. Once we finally got in, it was very underwhelming. The space was huge, and there was just so much emptiness.
Look at this. I know you can't, when you pause it, you can't see it, and I hate that. But look at this as we as we watch this.
Emptiness like the vapid heads of Barbie. Okay.
Okay. Look at this.
So I don't think anybody can see what you're seeing, Pop.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad.
What?
The reason why is because I brought it on full screen, so my bad. Okay.
This was their arriving and setting up shop.
So
once
check
we
this
finally
out.
got in, it was
Yes,
very
and his name is Robert
underwhelming.
Paulson.
The space was huge, and there was just so much emptiness.
Like Barbie.
Y'all. What? But let's do it for the kids.
This was their 80s roller skating rink, which was tiny and had no lights. There was no way any adults would have been able to skate in there.
I mean, this is, you know,
This was their
look,
Barbie dream house.
Scam alert. Scam alert.
we go to cons, right? A lot of us go to cons, and we see like maybe you've been to one that wasn't that big, maybe, but usually they still try. Okay, people show up. There's tables, whatever. If you're selling tickets for something like this and you advertise it, and by the way, the guests, they had Serena Williams, who did show up. She actually did show up to this.
Wow.
And sat on a stage, and she talked about what Barbie meant to her and like how much she learned from I take from that what you will. But anyway, so this video though,
Standing box
this
with
is-
a VW wagon.
That's
come
the
on.
dream house. That's
Like,
the dream
come on.
house.
Again.
Wow.
It would have been nice, but the doors were closed, so you couldn't even go inside of it. As you can see, everything else was just spread
What
out,
the fuck is this?
open, very empty, very scarce, and it was just fee after fee.
Yep.
It looks better than the Willy Wonka thing, though. I have to admit, it does look better than the Willy Wonka one. That one was really sad.
The Willy Wonka one looked more like a PDF file kidnapping zone.
It did. I mean,
You
look at
lure them in with candy and everything.
Look at all the space. Look at all the space that's behind her. Now, I want to see if I can pull it up real quick. Let's see. Barbie Dream Fest was advertised. I want to see if I can actually pull it up. I may be able to, maybe not. But I did see where the advertisements for it was like showing all of this magical stuff, right? They promote the hell out of it, and they show all this magical stuff you can do, and then ultimately, it turns out to be this. But the actual advertisements looked like it was this dream vacation thing that you would do. I doubt I could probably find it online. I would love to. But what I don't understand is how something like this happens.
Easy. People want to make money. They find ways to make money. They say, I can do just enough to entice people to come to this.
Look at the website.
Yeah.
Look at the website. March 27th through 29th, Fort Lauderdale. Look what it says. Thank you for joining us at Barbie Dream Fest. Please contact the BarbieDreamFest.com help with any questions. There's literally nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. There's no pictures. There's no like.
Again, this looks like a PDF file trap to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're trying to lure kids in with candy, with Barbie dolls. This is just weird. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't have a beauty pageant contest going on there. And yeah,
I just can't believe that. Because you can't, in this day and age, man, like you can't get away with this.
No.
With social media, the local news, they're going to pick up on this. And they're going to show the videos. They're going to show people's Instagram reels. They're going to show the X videos. And so, like, you can't get away with this now. And it still surprises me, I guess, that this kind of thing still happens. Especially, I mean, look. Riding off the coattails of that movie from a couple of years ago.
It's a little late.
I mean, look at this.
But, so we did one of these events like this for the Titanic, right?
Okay.
So they've got a Harry Potter one down there now, and it's kind of the same thing. Whoa, okay, it's kind of the same thing. But with the Titanic one, they actually had actual Titanic pieces. They had a nice display set, an incredible walkthrough. It was worth the time and effort to go do that. I've heard the Harry Potter one is pretty similar to that. But so people get drawn into these things like that. But then you get stuff like this and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one that was so awful.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean. To me, if look, I get it. Vendors pull out, right? People pull out sometimes. Shit happens.
I mean, that's
and you can't control that. Maybe find a smaller space,
right?
That looks a little fuller. I think you get an idea of what you're in for. And again, we see it with festivals, with music festivals that happen, and you've got someone who has big dreams, big ideas. I mean, look, to draw in Serena Williams at this event,
right?
Like, for her to show up, I can't even imagine.
So
what it looked like when she walked in there and looked around and then sat on a stage where there was maybe 45 people sitting there.
So
listening.
What this was somebody figured out what her appearance fee was and figured out how many people they'd have to charge what amount to get her to come so that they could meet her specifically. And that was the whole promotion, the origins of it, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with you, man. It's, again, I think a lot of times these things happen. They have big dreams. It's like, hey, this is going to be a great event. We want to, everybody to come and it's going to be a big deal. And you sell tickets. It's expensive. People bring their kids and look, it's the worst case scenario. Yeah. I just thought it was funny because it's like, man, tell me, Barbie, as big as that movie was and all everything surrounding it, and then you put on an official event, like website and all. And this was no kind of side thing. Like this was an official event, and this is what.
Wow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have a video by one Perry Chan.
Well, yeah.
I think you guys are going to fully enjoy. Tune in, tune up, turn up. This is the I'm Black Snape official music video.
I'm Black Snake. Yeah, I'm Black Snake. Yeah, black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my brew, still sip me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They ain't teach where I'm from, had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world they hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Hold me, never run from Black Snake. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. I'm Black Snake. They talk war in the streets. I see more than they see in the tower. Drive by, man, I glide by stealth. Broomstick bring stone, cold shower. I ain't glorified shots, that's great. That's moms in black, that's waves. Of boys that ain't make old age. So I ain't my rage at the cage. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X in my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. I'm Black Snake.
So if you don't know, folks, in the new Harry Potter show for HBO, they have casted a black man as Snape, and it's not going over so well. And yeah, I can't either, and I don't care, because this guy flying on a broomstick shooting a gat, I think is fantastic. Point being is that HBO now has confirmed that they have serious security in place after death threats sent to new Snape actor in Harry Potter show. This is a issue they brought upon themselves. I don't know how you cast the whole show pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
And then you cast the sallow-skinned, greasy-haired, hook-nosed Snape actor with now dreadlocks and a race swap.
And a tracksuit. They put him in a tracksuit.
And a tracksuit underneath his cape, whatever.
Wizarding robes.
Yeah, wizarding robes. I wish I had a wizarding robe. I'd wear it all the time, but I wouldn't wear a tracksuit underneath it. I wouldn't wear anything underneath it. So here's the deal, right? This story, unfortunately, like I said, I think this HBO kind of brought this upon themselves. Why that you would do this, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any sense. And for me, like, look, I haven't read the books. I've listened to some audiobooks. I haven't read the books. I love the original movies. I thought they were fun. A couple of them here or there, not as good as others, but I enjoyed it. And
it's just going to be a huge problem when they go into calling him a mudblood and stringing a rope around his neck and hanging him from a tree. It's going to be a problem because
those are serious, right?
Yeah,
like those are serious concerns.
Yeah.
Because so here's what I think is going to happen as the comments come rolling in. Yes, it should have been Adam Driver, Eric.
It should have been.
So here's the thing. I do believe they're going to alter this story a bit, and they're going to put in scenes that either try to minimize or try to maximize the racism part of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to make Harry's parents, at least his father, out to be the worst human being who ever existed on the planet. I mean, they're setting this up already that way.
it just, to me, just from knowing and knowing about the character, what they're trying to do. The other thing I kind of worry about is that really it's supposed to be from Harry's perspective, and it seems like they're gonna change this to make it from multiple perspectives for the
That
show.
ruins the entire storytelling elements that made the book so good.
And as War Chest says, look, nobody asked for it anyway. Of course, War Chest, it literally is a war chest that they are sitting on, right? They have to do this. Now, they don't have to. There's way too much money to be made for this. But this one casting choice alone has created such a divide, and unfortunately we still see the same thing. If you don't like it, you must be a racist. Well, I always posit this question when people say, well, it's no big deal. It's no big deal that it's, it's still the character. It's no big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, then why do it in the first place?
Exactly.
That's always what I come back to. If it's not a big deal, then why did you feel the need to do it in the first place? I feel the same way with gender swaps, even with characters. If it's not a big deal, if you're not trying to do this for some reason other than being honoring the material, then there's an ulterior motive to do this. It makes no sense. And now you got the guy, and look, I have no doubt, I'm sure there's goofy people out there, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like this is a problem that they brought upon themselves. And it also seems like they're trying to jump out in front of this story the same way they did with Moses Ingram, with the Obi-Wan show, and Reva, and try to jump out in front of that. And are we gonna get Ewan McGregor make a video and say that if
those are
Harry
no
Potter,
Star Wars fans to me.
You're no Harry Potter fans to me. I just, if it's not a big deal, then why do it? Because it must be a big deal. And as Eric says here, right, it then cast a white Black Panther, which is dumb. I don't want that. That's stupid to me. Like I don't want that just as much as I don't really want this. And yet I am not a huge Harry Potter fan, but being introduced to it through the movies, I like it. I enjoyed it. Would I watch the show? Absolutely. I watched the show. I just think this is it's just the wrong move, and it's going to create issues. And like you said, especially when you go back in history and you look at how these kids and adults came up and what happened with their parents.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this whole thing, it doesn't look good on any level, and I can't fathom. Everybody wants it to be good, and everybody's going to watch that first episode. They may even follow through the first season, but beyond that, man, they're going to have to do something amazing with it to really knock it out of the park. Look at Corlys Valerian, right? I mean, everybody said, hey, that doesn't look like any of the artist depictions or the descriptions of Corlys Valerian, but the actor killed it, and so nobody cared. The biggest problem with that was the parentage thing wasn't really a mystery. It's pretty obvious.
Right.
But, whatever. Hollywood's going to be stupid doing Hollywood stupid things. Like Warner Brothers, one of the stupidest companies out there. Disney may be evil, but Warner Brothers is dumb.
Yeah, I think you have a home run, and then you literally cork the bat and get caught. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Regardless of if the character is really good, if the actor is fantastic, and I'm not saying he's not,
right? But
it doesn't do the show justice. It doesn't do the character justice. It doesn't make any sense, and so we'll see. We'll see how it's received. If it's another situation like House of the Dragon, again, the actor is fantastic. They work it into it. Fine, whatever. There are some things I can jump on board with if you make it make sense to me,
right?
To a degree. This I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but we'll see. And again, they have a long-term plan. They're talking about 10 seasons. Good luck. Good luck with that in today's day and age of streaming and attention spans. Good luck with 10 seasons, even with rabid Harry Potter fans.
They didn't say 10 seasons. They said 10 years.
Oh, well, 10 years. So, but I mean, I don't even know what that looks like, Matthew. Like, what does that even look like? 10 years? I don't even know how you break that down into episodes and seasons and like books and like. I have no idea.
So they've got to film as many back-to-backs as they possibly can because the kids are going to age out too fast. But yeah, I mean, you're looking at, under current TV schedule production lines, you're looking at usually 2 years per season.
Right.
And that's 14 years. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I mean, they're smarter than we are. This guy reminds me of Terrence Trent D'Arby. Like, I'm like, is he going to go to the wishing well? I mean, I'm serious. Like, that's Terrence Trent D'Arby. Serious Snape. All right, so
what are you, serious?
Why so serious?
That's another good one.
Do you guys want to watch the new Supergirl trailer? Heck yeah. Let's do it.
Nihilist drunk.
Torture. Let's go.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back.
Wait, is that a Superman sighting?
No.
Is that a Superman? What is that?
That's just a voiceover. That's Corn Sweat getting paid, $10,000 to do that.
Wait, he's not in this?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
There he is.
There he is.
I have no people.
Remember, folks, this story did not come together for James Gunn until he got and adopted a dog of his own. Then that was the key to him writing Superman and Supergirl.
He couldn't make sense.
None of it made sense.
He couldn't make sense of Superman until the dog.
That's right. A fully CGI dog.
Home is wherever you are, buddy.
Yeah, home is where. So listen to her statements already. Pause it.
Right.
Pause it. So listen to her statements already. Home is wherever you are. She's already got this defeated nihilist. I don't have any people. Well, you've got Clark, and you're not even paying attention to the last member of your own race who's on this planet, who's trying to make a way for you guys to live. And you're going off and fucking off to be a drunk bitch in the universe, being a nihilistic, see you next Tuesday, just to piss on everybody's Wheaties.
I mean, I know it as far as part of the comic. I understand that this is a tale that's been told. I just don't think it's the Supergirl anybody really wants to see. I mean, that's just me.
It's not
interested in this film. I don't think this is going to be endearing to anybody. I think we can all predict the ending of this film. There's going to be character growth there, and she's going to realize that she really needs to help people rather than be a drunk.
And Todd, see, I will say this: one, comics are in general better, but at the same time, in the last 20 years, they have done things to comic books so that they could be put into the movies, because they purposely changed the comic books and made shitty ass comics so that the people could say, look, it's in the comic, it's right here, when it was a piece of shit comic and it was a horrible story, horrible artwork, and nobody bought that issue, so nobody even knew it freaking happened because it sucked ass, and then they throw it into a movie. Not saying that's what this is, but I am saying that they either adapt something that they want to adapt in a really piss poor way, or they throw something into the comics so that they can later use it for the movies, even though it was crap.
I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know the sales and the numbers on like the Supergirl comic or whichever run they may be. I'm not familiar with that information. I can only surmise it's probably not up there in the rankings or was even when it came out. But I do understand that this story has been told, right? But I just feel like it's not going to resonate with people the way that I think
certainly not right now.
To.
Certainly not right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just seems like it's just not what people are wanting to see. Just like the first Superman movie, where I think people were expecting something different.
Yep. Very different.
What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person.
So, Crypto gets shot with poison. She has to get an antidote.
So it's John Wick.
So, you guys, do you think she gets the antidote? Do you think Crypto lives or doesn't live?
It's John Wick. There's you know what? There's a whole website that will tell you, does the dog die?
Okay.
It's the name of a website. You can look it up.
I think that there's one main reason that there's a lot of people that are going to see this film. What do you think that reason is?
Maybe this guy right here.
Stop. Uh-huh.
That
you mean
guy
that
right
guy?
there. That
Yeah.
guy right there.
Yep.
That's the only reason anybody's going to go see it.
That's it.
Head.
I mean, come on, man. I'm also like, okay, look, fucking rant. I am sick of them taking fucking songs and fucking them all around, either slowing them down, speeding them up, putting a techno beat. The trailers suck now, and they use the same tired formula, and it's this fucking formula right here. And you're going to take this song and you're going to bastardize the shit out of it to try to draw some kind of emotion out of people. No, you know what music should be used to draw emotion out of people? How about the fucking score to the film? How about a competent score to the film like what used to happen?
Because
instead of taking cheap fucking tricks and Smokey Robinson songs or a Paul Young song from the fucking 80s, okay? And then remixing it and adding in your I'm so sick of this shit. And it's every fucking trailer, dude. It's every fucking trailer.
Well,
shit gets old.
There's no John Williams or James Horner left. They just don't exist anymore.
I mean, it's like the same dreck every time. And it's like, okay, what Nirvana song are we going to slow the fuck down this time? Right? Are we going to bring Tears for Fears out this time?
When do you remember when that became the new trend is to do altered versions, slowed down versions of popular music?
Yeah.
I mean, the first time that I remember that it really struck a chord with me was in the first season of the Westworld TV series.
Wow.
When the player piano was playing Nine Inch Nails.
Yes. And every episode you had it had a different song, right?
Yep.
Yes. I do remember that. That is interesting. I think it was happening before then, but I definitely remember that, and you're spot on with that. It's just something for me that like every damn trailer dredges up some song that the director thinks is cool. It's off his personal Spotify playlist that he's been listening to the whole time he's been going through the process.
No, man. It's off his SoundCloud. His SoundCloud's the best, man. Go check out my SoundCloud.
Fucking SoundCloud. Holy shit.
From the Black Panther movie from from Claw talking about his SoundCloud.
Oh my God. I have not thought once about that until now. You're amazing. That it's a cheap trick, not to denigrate the band by any means. It's just I'm tired of it. I'm so over it. And this is just another example of trying to tug at your heartstrings somehow.
Yeah.
And pull in some. I mean, just freaking Paul Young, for Christ's sakes. Is this where we're going? Are we
Ronnie,
seriously going here?
Yeah, Ronnie, when that came out on that Westworld soundtrack, I thought it was amazing too. I
agree.
loved it, and I thought it was really engaging. Hollywood again learns the wrong lessons from these things because they went to the nth degree with all that, and they started throwing it in everywhere. Then we had Guardians of the Galaxy, and then once Guardians of the Galaxy got so popular, now everybody's got to do it. So we got to make a Suicide Squad trailer from a music video a company, right? People who edit music videos. And so they edit together a music video for the trailer and it sells the movie, but the movie's nothing like the trailer at all.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I just want entice me with like a great score, man. Not, it's every time I hear Redbone, Come and Get Your Love.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same pull as it did before these movies came out. Right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay. And yeah, look, Eric, I ain't going to argue with you there. I didn't say I wouldn't. I didn't say I wouldn't. That's for sure. And this really quick, Todd C says, in the comic, the dog doesn't die. You know what? And in the movie, I bet you, even though she has to find an antidote on a ship, I bet you the dog doesn't die. I'm just guessing. Throwing it out there.
Yeah,
okay.
they can't let that happen.
Yeah, look, I don't even know.
Revenge.
I just don't know. I
It
think
won't
this
take your
is
pain away.
his plan, James Gunn's plan for
It's
this whole
done.
DC. I don't get it. I
No,
don't
it's done.
understand it.
His plan's already over.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not with Paramount in charge.
Yeah, actually, it could be dead in the water, actually. And
This movie is going to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
There's no home without you, buddy.
These completely CGI dog. Ooh, do. Is that in the air tonight? I think Lobo. I think that's your pull. I think that's what, like, right here. I mean, I think this is what people want to see. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, film for IMAX. Don't know how many of those tickets you're gonna sell.
Oh no, not for this one.
Nah.
That IMAX thing's not even going to last a weekend. I don't think they're going to have to pull it off the IMAX, and guess what? They're going to have to put Project Hail Mary back on there just to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right? They have to rush Dune out. Ronnie says you blokes are probably lucky your wife doesn't make you watch Bridgerton. Yes, actually, yes.
Hey, you know what? The first time I heard a string quartet doing pop songs, it was Apocalyptica when they ripped off Metallica.
Oh,
Metallica
shit.
got pissed and sued the crap out of them for it.
Wow.
And then they made the
Great
S&M
movie.
album. They made the Metallica S&M album after that to prove them wrong or whatever. But there's still people doing that. Same band continued to make string quartet music from pop music, and they got licensing after that, and they made some really cool albums.
No, hey, that's cool.
I actually gave a friend an entire album of Offspring music that was done on a string quartet so they could play it in the car with their kids, so the kids could be exposed to it without actually hearing the lyrics for the music.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple things I've had that not string quartet but orchestral,
right? Yeah,
orchestral versions of Prince.
Yeah.
I think like the London, or London Orchestra, or different ones. Like I've got a few discs of those, and yeah, they can be really super cool. And like even Usher songs, I could see arrangements being really freaking cool. I don't know that I'm going to watch it every week like you get to, Ronnie, but hey, it can't all be you. G.I. Jetman says, I'm sorry she's not my Supergirl. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. We say the same thing with other things too. I mean, I don't necessarily have a Supergirl For me.
For the first season or so of Melissa Benoist's
Okay.
Supergirl was pretty good, and I thought she did a pretty darn good job with it. Given the right script, I think she could be pretty cool again. I have no problem with this girl playing her.
No. I don't. I think it's the way the character's portrayed is the problem.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the writing more than anything.
Right. I mean that ultimately. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think this movie's gonna. I don't think this movie's gonna make any money, dude. I really don't. I think people are like out.
Yeah, I think so
Shane,
too.
Shane here says, hate to say it, but this is what we wanted, so we know what it's about now, and I'm ready to go see this dumpster fire. and you're gonna get some of the hate watching too, like or the scorned lover watching, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, look, I went to see Superman. Contrary to popular belief, I didn't love it. I did like it. I did, and when I left the theater, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm okay with this. Now, doesn't mean I can't go back, look at it again, and recognize issues. And I think in real time when you're watching stuff, it's like you recognize some things you don't recognize. We were talking about that with Daredevil. There are certain scenes and things that I didn't latch onto, right? That were like, how is it so obvious, like who this person was?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh well, it didn't click, right? But then episode 2, it's like, oh shit. And then when I go back and look at it, I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. But that happens, right? But no, look, I like the actress. I liked her in House of the Dragon. I thought she was fantastic. And look, I hope she does a good job here with what she's been given to do.
Yep.
Helen Slater, sure. As we say hello to Shane.
What's
Same
up?
Time Toys. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and Ronnie brings up, like, Rolling Stones black, paint it black. Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, that was some cool stuff. I dug it, but I'm with you, Matthew. Like, I guess recognizing that and going, and it became a thing.
Yeah, but yeah,
like, it was a thing each episode.
Like I said, they Hollywood learned the wrong lessons from it. And
yeah,
then,
you're right.
After the first season of Westworld, the show was just garbage, and they just kept using the same tropes over and over again, and the story didn't actually go anywhere intelligent. So,
yeah, and then Clint actually has a whole completely different Supergirl, and I can not agree more, Clint. Helen Keller, she is my not Supergirl. Helen Keller's my Superwoman. I don't know how you feel about that, Matthew, but I'm all in.
go for it, man. Whatever. I just got to say,
Go for it.
there's enough evidence there that there may be some fabrication going on, but it's up to you guys.
I like those Helen Keller pants where you have to read the lips. Those are some of my favorite. But anyway, moving along.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a couple other things. Did you want to get into unfortunately, and hey, don't you worry about it, G.I. Jetman. Don't you worry about it. No spoilers here, friend. Turk Murphy says, "Can I pick Linda Carter?" You can pick Linda Carter all day long. Can you pick her up? That's the question. Do you want to get in the Andy Weir controversy and one of our favorite streamers, YouTubers?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting conversation.
I do too.
Because you have probably the most prominent film and television critic on YouTube that's out there who is also a renowned writer. He's written many books and a couple comic books on top of it. Has an incredible insight to a lot of different storytelling mechanisms. And, he's a drunk Scotsman who will let you know exactly how he feels about stuff. And he, since he's a writer and Andy Weir's a writer, he got Andy Weir to come on to his show and have a conversation about the movie. And a couple other things came up as per topics. They were talking about what the inspiration was. And one of the best lines of the whole thing was, I love Star Trek, and Star Trek is the impetus and the basis for most every single science fiction project that's out there these days, except for Star Trek.
He basically said that Kurtzman is a nice guy. He pitched Star Trek show. He was on a call, with everybody, including Alex Kurtzman. And he said, hey, nice guy. They didn't like my pitch. But he did off the cuff say that current Star Trek was shit.
Yep.
That's not good. It's shit. And look, he's joking around. Okay. Yeah. This is the stream from Critical Drinker right here. He's just messing around, right? If you kind of scrub through this, they're just two guys, hanging out.
And I'm like, okay, so how did it end up here?
Cutting up, talking about Project Hail Mary. He happens to bring up this pitch about Star Trek.
Yeah.
But Critical Drinker is very critical of current day Star Trek. And he kind of gets him into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
And Andy Weir actually says that, hey, you're a little harsher than I am. You're a little more hardcore on that than I am. He did like the Chris Pine movies when they came out. He did like those. He states that. But, however, he does agree that current Star Trek, Starfleet Academy is garbage. And that caused a big stir, evidently. The trades, the Hollywood trades went nuts over this.
Over the fact that he said, and they didn't like my script, so fuck them.
Right.
It emits light.
So, and I was trying to find it because it is it's hour and a half long interview.
I was thinking, okay, we get a hold of some of that.
And as I get into the transcript, I'm searching through, and I think I found the part, and then it's not the part, and I'm not going to sit here and try to dig through this for the audience. I literally am I was just scrubbing around back and forth, reading the transcript. The point of the story is this guy's got an extremely successful movie out right now. He wrote The Martian. The Martian was an extremely successful movie. He wrote Project Hail Mary, extremely successful movie right now, and both books, right? And then some. And he has the same opinion on current Star Trek. I don't think it's a stretch. He also says that the guy who's in charge of Star Trek at Paramount is a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Objectively, maybe not a correct statement based off of other people's interactions with him. But at the same time, if you're a creative and you have a good idea, he shuts you down because he's the only one that can have good ideas. And he fired everybody else or got rid of everybody else. I mean, you think about what's his name? Seth. What's his name? Seth
Rogen?
No.
MacFarlane?
No, MacFarlane. Yeah. Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. Sure.
So he pitched an idea. Andy pitched an idea. Tarantino pitched an idea, right? So you had a bunch of people pitching ideas that were way better than anything Kurtzman could come up with, and Kurtzman just had to shut them all down because he's like, nope, my idea is primary, and he chose Starfleet Academy over Star Trek Legacy, which is what everybody wanted to see was Star Trek Legacy, and he shot that down to make his pet project, and everybody hated it. So here we are.
I think though. So here's the real lesson of it. So look, I will tell you guys if you do, and look, I will post this link. This is a very good, very fun, very playful interview between Critical Drinker and Andy Weir.
Yeah,
about Project Hail Mary, about other things. It's a good hour and a half interview. It is a fun interview. The entire thing. Very good back and forth. You can tell this guy gets on really good. So I encourage you to watch it. I think you should. However, the problem is that after he jokingly and truthfully saying that new Trek is shit.
Before we get there,
okay.
Just because Andy went on this man's podcast.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this is important.
There's a lot of other people out there who are critical of movies, so-called critics of movies, YouTubers and Matt Jarbo and some other people said, well, because he went on that guy's podcast or YouTube show, I'm boycotting the movie. Everybody boycott the movie. And they're trying to get this groundswell of people to support them and boycotting the movie because Andy Weir went on Will Jordan's YouTube show, and they don't like Will Jordan because Will Jordan is so much more successful than they are.
So here you go, Matt Jarbo. Sorry, Phil Lord, Chris Miller. I cannot in good conscience support Project Hail Mary after Andy Weir went on a stream with noted chud, which I appreciate the fact that he called him a chud because, you know, that's actually a good thing. He's fucking based. Critical drinker. For years, this man, he's tried to destroy everything that you guys stand for, and to give him a pass like that is a bridge too far. No,
he's trying to.
I don't think this dude is so out of touch with a guy that has amassed such a subscriber base.
Critical Drinker puts 2.5 million.
Yeah, he puts a video out, and in 1 hour it has like 400,000 views. Like that's how unbelievably quick and people are on his stuff. That's how many people are watching. Okay, these videos routinely get 1 million views on his thoughts on a recommendation or a film. It is incredible, but he's also knowledgeable. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
to call him a
he's,
chud and say he's trying to destroy everything you guys stand for. Well, actually, I want somebody to destroy the shit that a lot of people stand for because they stand for a bunch of bullshit, and I want people to call them out on their bullshit. The quote is at the 2:15 mark, and that's on the full video.
Yeah, should be.
Is that the full interview at 2:15? Let me see if I can.
I didn't think it was that early, but
I was gonna say that's mighty early, but I'll see if I can.
But you know, it's this jealousy thing that's going on. It's the same thing that's going on with Ethan Van Sciver's implosion, right? He is so jealous of Eric July's success that he has to try and tear that guy down, and anybody else who follows him, tear him down. You know, and these guys are so egotistical and self-obsessed that they don't see the forest for the trees.
So let's take a listen. You guys tell me if you think this is off base. If you think this is out of line, let us know. But this is where the conversation kind of picks up.
He's an analyst, and he said, like, all modern science fiction TV shows and movies have been heavily influenced by Star Trek, by the original Star Trek, except for the current batch of Star Trek shows.
Yes. Which is, as it turns out, that may be self-correcting at this point now.
That appears to have evolution appears to have taken its course on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely oriented.
I mean that's you know, and there's a couple little jabs here and there, but yeah, as Shane points out, appreciate it, Shane. It's you know. I don't think there's anything there. I mean, the guy has his opinion on current Star Trek, and
so when he says "fuck him," it is kind of what pinned him in the corner there. It was a joke. It was offhand. Whatever.
When they rejected his pitch,
they
fucking rejected his pitch. Fuck them. Like, come on, man. Like,
that's the point at which they get butthurt, right? And you're talking bad about his Star Trek, the current era of Star Trek not being good, and Kurtzman is pretty much solely responsible for it at this point. Brian Fuller got booted from the project because Kurtzman wanted to throw his weight around.
I mean, the thing of it is, like, you know, to me, and I want to show this article here because, you know, we saw this, says, you know, he's going to boycott this thing, whatever. This article says, look, the two had a pleasant conversation about the film, its story, how great it was. It's a non-franchise film having success at the box office, which we rarely see now because it's not Project Hail Mary 4.
Right.
And you know, in-depth discussion. And then, you know, he does the interview, and then now you have the mainstream media. You have somebody coming out saying, hey, I'm going to boycott it because he went on this guy's podcast. The cool thing about all of this is, and as I'll show here with the Hollywood Reporter, they finally acknowledge critical drinker. They
Yep.
finally acknowledge
They got his name wrong at first.
they did, but how big how big he is, and Hollywood, like there are people in Hollywood, they listen to him, they watch his videos, they change course on things depending on, and so but as it says here, Weir talked about how he pitched Star Trek show to executive producer Kurtzman and Paramount, was rejected. And he said that while Kurtzman was a really nice guy, he thought those shows are shit. He noted he did like 2 Kurtzman titles, Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, but didn't like Starfleet Academy and was okay with it ending after 2 seasons. I think that is a relief. Nonetheless, I do like the fact that they had to include where these comments came from. They have to acknowledge Drinker. He is huge. He is freaking huge now. But the sad part is, however, is that then, unfortunately, Andy Weir comes out and actually apologizes.
Yeah, but when you read his apology, it's still it's still kind of like he's still playing the nice guy, but it's not fully an apology.
I think that, it says here, he let's see here. See if I can find the apology.
You might have to look for the open letter to Kurtzman. Because he goes through it and he does apologize for it. He doesn't really backtrack. He's like, things are taken out of context, whatever. If you want to have an open dialogue, if you want to read me a new one, that's fine.
So here we go. Andy Weir yesterday at 9:49 a.m. And this is the part that I just am not a fan of. Like, you stick by your guns, man. Look, Andy Weir, it's not going to hurt you. Open letter to Alex Kurtzman. Hi, Alex. Andy Weir here. I'm posting to apologize about stuff I said on the Critical Drinkers podcast. I feel like my quotes were taken out of context as salacious sound bites, as so often happens. I hope you saw the other parts where I said how much I like you as a person and what a nice guy you are, and also I like Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks. I was trying to be funny, but in retrospect, it comes off as disrespectful and mean. I really didn't think so. I don't think most people thought so. Sorry. So I'm sorry for that. I was also trying to be self-deprecating when I said, but they didn't like my pitch, so fuck them. But out of context, it can read like I actually meant it. I'm a butt person, always have been. It's been 10 years since the media cared what I had to say about anything, so I kind of forgot to watch my words. That's the part I hate. When I had to film in theaters. In a couple months, I'll be back in my cave writing novels, and no one will care again. Anyway, if you want to talk about it in real time, even if it's just to rip me a new one, I'm happy to hop on the phone or Zoom. And that's where I just... I'm sorry, man. I just don't. I wouldn't even broach it. He's going to get another movie made off of a novel, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is what it is. He put the gesture out there to put it out there.
Yeah.
And
it's a moment of honesty.
Fine.
It's a moment of honesty on a stream where he's having fun.
Well, and then even in his apology, he's very honest and he lays it out there. He's like, look, this was, if you're just hearing this, yes, it's out of context, right? So, but if you watch the whole thing, he's not as harsh a critic on certain things as the critical drinker is, but at the same time, he's trying to play that softball game, right? I mean, he's got to live in that world.
I get it.
And so, I get it, but yeah, you hate to say that, oh yeah, I forgot, the media hasn't cared about what I said in so long. I didn't think about watching what I said. And that is the truth, because they're going to take the soundbite and they're going to run with it and they're going to run you in the ground and say every derogatory thing they can about you if you don't fall in lockstep with them.
Well, especially mainstream. And yet, at the same token, it hasn't hurt the movie.
Nope.
It's not going to hurt the movie. And
nope.
I'd say that 99% of the people feel the same way he does.
Yep.
And the 1% that don't, that want to boycott or whatever probably don't even watch the Star Trek show that they say they love so much. You know how this goes. It's a playbook, and it gets used up all the time. So yeah, man. I either way, hey, go see Project Hail Mary. It's
absolutely,
and it's worth putting a couple more shekels in this guy's pocket. I think so.
Go to a bookstore, buy the book. Go to get the audiobook.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's all good stuff. So check it out.
One final thing to finish up on, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dire situation. Over 60% of the world's cocoa supply is produced in Ghana and wherever the hell that is. And as of 2024, 2025, this region is facing a severe climate-driven production crisis that has caused prices to skyrocket. Where's all the chocolate gone, Matthew? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I mean,
where's
they had
our
some
chocolate?
And so they take place over 60% of the cocoa bean development in the world. And they had some major storms that wiped out a large portion of their crops. And so the cocoa production, the chocolate production, has slowed down so much that it's become extremely expensive to get a hold of it. So all of the manufacturers of candy in the United States, instead of raising the price of the candy bars, they have decided to substitute wax and other products that are not chocolate into your candies, which is why they don't taste like chocolate anymore.
Nothing is real.
Nothing is real.
Anymore.
And you will like it.
You will like it. You won't own it, and you're damn well gonna like it. That's all there is to it. The world is running out of chocolate unless we fix supply chains. By God, let's fix those chains right now.
Right?
Holy moly, Eric Thurman has a ostrich-sized chocolate Easter egg that's full of wax and bugs, Eric. Did you know that? It's not even cocoa. It's wax and it's bugs from the rainforest that they spread out like a fruit roll-up.
Hey, that's why there's so much protein in chocolate, is because they're allowed so many cricket parts, and you're getting your bug proteins, just like Bill Gates wants you to. Just like Bill Gates wants you to.
So if you were wondering about the thumbnail, that's literally where it comes from. It's just a message Matthew sent me about the chocolate supply, and I ran with it. And there you go. I love. Hopefully you enjoyed the Willy Wonka in there with his cane, or whatever. But so damn you, climate, storms, rainforests. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Chocolate people. Wait, that totally came out wrong. Don't clip that. Do not clip that, y'all.
Already done.
Damn it.
Right,
Hasbro,
guys.
damn you for the divers. All right, it's time to wait. What?
Hey, we're up to $1.8 million on the Kickstarter.
Oh hell yeah!
And we've got 21 days to go. You guys checking in with that? You getting both sets? The first set? Did you get the first set and you want the second set, or what are you guys thinking?
Are you going
G.I. Joe comic books?
Oh yeah, on the compendiums.
Yeah,
they're. I mean, come on, man. Like that's that kind of money. That's real money. That's not fake money. That's not monopoly money. That shows there's interest.
Yeah,
like, there is interest in that product. Yeah, I mean it is real and it is there. And if Hasbro and or Skydance or Image or whomever would make a movie /show /whatever and actually took it seriously, could actually do something with the property, considering just the fact that there is a demand for their products.
Well, I mean, the last one was over $3.5 million, and so they're looking to break records with this one too. And I would imagine, like in most, the last 48 hours will be pretty significant for them.
Sure.
So it funded in less than 3 minutes, and we were close to $1 million, less than a week in. So
I mean, dude, it
Yeah.
was already like, what was it? Up to a mil in like just
It was
what,
short.
4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, it was so fast.
I mean, that no, it shows you there's demand. I
Yep.
mean, it just is, and so if they can take advantage of that, folks, we do have a fan stream tomorrow. I know you know that. I'm sure y'all will be tuning in for that if you can. For Hasbro reveals, renders, name drops, whatever. We don't know. We'll figure it out. I know everybody has their projections and guesses.
Fatal Fluffies.
Yep, I'm sure that will be part of it. But tomorrow night I will be on a show with 3 Star Draw on Sevens Wild, and we will definitely be going over that. I'm sure that you guys will get plenty of your fill of coverage, no doubt about it. But if you feel so inclined to drop by Sevens Wild on 3 Star Draw's channel tomorrow at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, we will be talking about the recent renders like Destro and the Despoiler. What we think about those, and then obviously the fan stream. And so, swing by for that tomorrow night. That's kind of what I have going on tomorrow. And we'll cut up like we normally do. We'll look up some Iron Grenadier maybe choices and kind of bring those up and go over them towards the back end. Maybe talk about some of that, some Iron Grenadier possibilities. Matthew, what do you got going on, buddy?
Just doing my thing, I've got my photos dropping every day and seeing what's out there and trying to keep up with collabs and having fun doing that. Not this week, maybe next week there'll be a Punk's Pit. Don't know.
Okay.
The Thursday with a friend thing's changing. Hey, go get your Punk with Toys crates with random diorama.
Oh yeah,
those things are awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. So you said Thursday with a friend is changing.
Yeah, well, all the way up through Joe Fest and then after Joe Fest. So
yeah, I
an
know
evening with a friend is everybody who's going to Joe Fest beforehand, and then post Joe Fest, he's going to talk to some of those people again after, so to get their reflections on this year's Joe Fest.
Yeah, the call has been kind of put out there. I think we'll see. That's all I'm going to say. We'll see what's going on there as we lead up to Joe Fest. Can't wait in June, late June. Can't wait for that trip, man. Stanley says want river otter pets with cutter or muskrat. Hoping for Dreadnoks modular bike system, 2 or 3 bike frames with 20 to 25 modular snap-on pieces. Holy moly!
Snap-on.
Hey, look, I mean, right now, I don't know what to expect. To be honest with you, I expect them to expand on this line in whatever way they can. That's what I expect.
Yeah.
Will I like it all? Probably not. Will I like
doesn't matter.
Probably so, but
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'll be looking forward to that tomorrow, and then again, like I said, see you guys on the 3 Star Draws channel tomorrow night with Sevens Wild. That'll be fun. Pretty funny thumbnail, to say the least. And so, yeah, man, we'll see. It's should be fun. And then, obviously, with Super Mario Brothers, we'll talk about that more next week as that numbers come out for that and as the reviews really start to pour in for that. And as we inch closer and closer to some of these movies that you guys are wanting to
it's going to be a good summer.
It should be a good summer. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It gives us a lot of food for thought. It gives us a lot of stuff to chew on.
Yeah.
And really all the way through the back end of the year, too. That's the thing, right, with Doomsday. But I do think Spider-Man is going to be the highest grossing film of the year.
Yep.
We'll get into those predictions as we get closer. Yeah, and Ronnie, hey, me and Alcock. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, buddy. let's just keep it right there, buddy.
He loves his Alcock.
I love my Alcock. Alcock. Cock and bathrooms. Anyway, so you guys have a great night. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while, man. It's been the Evening Blend with Matthew Matson. I'm Pop Blender. Y'all have a good night. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.